There's a reason the Democrats haven't said a single word about blocking RFK since the minute this news dropped. You notice all of a sudden, all the attacks on RFK have disappeared since he said that he wants to come in as an independent. Nobody's calling for him to be suspended anymore. Nobody's calling for him to be taken down. Nobody's calling for him to be censored. No, all of a sudden, you are going to see, watch. And the neocon donors, they're salivating about this. Trust me. They want, and ballot access is a hard thing to get. People don't understand how hard ballot access actually is to achieve in 50 out of 50 states. Difficult. But I guarantee you will see uniparty establishment, law firms, and activists getting involved, making sure, even behind the scenes on the RFK campaign, to try to make him get onto the ballot in all of these states. Because I'm telling you right now, RFK will operate like Ross Perot, where he's picking up that anti-establishment vote, people who may have considered Trump, but if they're given an alternative because they don't want to vote for Biden, and if they're given an alternative that they view as potentially viable that is not Trump or Biden, they'll go for RFK. But those votes,
Jack, he's
and
walk us through
too. How critical, exactly, he's a populist left candidate. Rich, how critical is this voting bloc for Trump to win over? Especially when we're talking about the Rust Belt, because quite frankly, that is the key battleground of the country.
That's it. I mean, that's what I was going to say. What is really in question here is how this is going to play out in the Rust Belt, because Trump needs, if he gets Arizona and Georgia, he's going to need at least Wisconsin. But because he is Donald Trump, he plays in Pennsylvania. He plays in Michigan. It's very critical. And aside from RFK being a populist, and again, folks, I mean, we're going to poll it and I'll let the data speak for itself. I'm just telling you what I've seen in the primary polling. And then we have been uniquely asking people from the primary to the general about their voting behavior and their preferences. And there are votes there that play out, especially in the Rust Belt, that Donald Trump needed in a close race in Wisconsin. He needed 30% of RFK's disaffected vote. In a close race in Michigan, he needs that 30% disaffected vote. With RFK on that ballot, he's not going to get it. And then there's the importance of the hive mind, Jack, right? Aside from them both being populist. We talk about this a lot on the show, and I don't think people, judging by the reaction to this, I don't think people understand the hive mind, what we're talking about when we talk about Democrats, like the hive mind. What is his plan? According to Mediaite, and the campaign has not, denied it. His plan is to attack the DNC. They're going to run ads attacking the DNC. He already had a problem branching out into Democrats and traditional Democrat demographics. His problem was not the moderate independent. That was not the issue for him. His issue was that he couldn't break into young people. He couldn't break into certain non-white voters. He couldn't break into registered and self-ID Democrats. That was his issue. And so when he starts attacking the DNC, it's a hive mind. They're all going to further ostracize him. He will be seen as someone, whether it's true or not, they'll paint him as someone who's trying to subvert Joe Biden, subvert the Democrats' chance, help Donald Trump win this election. And then that will turn all of those Democrats solidly behind Joe Biden. They will move solidly behind Joe Biden, the same way that Trumpers who kind of
or Newsom or whoever the candidate is, right? It doesn't matter who the candidate is. And by the way, it's not about the solid. It's not just about the solidity of the hive mind, but you're 100% correct on that. It's also about the ballot machine that they have built for the Democrat Party. That ballot machine is only going for one candidate. They're not going to go for somebody else. All right. So if you put Newsom there, it'll be Newsom. If you put Biden there, it'll be Biden. Kamala Harris. If you put what's her name, this Maryland abortionist that is now going to be a senator from California, you could put her there. They'll make her the candidate. The ballots will go to whatever the name is. They're probably already printed. You just put a little sticker on top of them. That's not the point. The point is, because this race takes place on the margins.